Most people will tell you that $100 is not enough to start investing. Well, they're wrong, and I'm about to show you something that'll make you mad you didn't start earlier. If you had $100 to invest 50 years ago, back in 1975, and you threw this money into the stock market, I'm not saying you're trying to find the next Tesla or the next Amazon or the next Apple. You just put this money into a fund that grew with the market and you never invested another penny. Over the last 50 years, this $100, assuming that the dividends were reinvested, would have grown not to $1,000, not to $10,000, not to $20,000, not to $30,000, but to over $34,000 over the course of those 50 years without you doing anything. Now, I know what you're thinking, but Jasp, what about inflation? In 2025, you need $600 to buy what $100 could back in 1975. So if you adjust the numbers for inflation, you're still way more ahead because you invested your money. But Jasp, $30,000 isn't enough for me to retire. I agree. But remember, you only invested $100 one time. You never made another investment again over the course of those 50 years. Not to mention that this is more than the $100 you started with. I'd rather have this $34,000 than $100. And if you're feeling a little spicy and you want to kick it up a notch, well, take a look at this. If you invested $100 a month for every month from 1975 to 2025, and you only invested that $100 a month, not $1,000 a month, just $100 a month, well, now you're not going to have $34,000. You're not going to have $500,000. You're not going to have $1 million. You're not going to have $2 million. You're not going to have $3 million. You're going to have over $3.1 million if you were to invest $100 a month just into the markets over those 50 years. But just breathe. I don't want to wait 50 years to be a millionaire. Well, my friend, you are in the right place because this is actually one of the slowest ways to grow your money, and I'm going to show you how you can start investing your money with as little as $100. That way, you can actually build wealth for yourself and not just throw it away like everybody else does. So you have an extra $100 and you want to turn this $100 into something more. $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million. This is where investing comes into play because you're going to take this money and invest it into something where this money can grow, and either it can be more active on your part or more passive on your part. But before you actually do that, you have to establish the base, which means, number one, you have to have at least $2,000 sitting there to protect you against an emergency. So $2,000 in a savings account as extra money in case something were to go wrong. Because if you start investing your money and then your car breaks down or your window breaks or your kid breaks their arm, well, now you end up going into credit card debt to fix the problem. So you took 2 steps forward and you take 4 steps back. We don't want to do that, so have at least $2,000 to start in your savings account. That's not the total goal, but it's the starting point. Then step number 2 to establish your base is you have to pay off your credit card debts first before you think about investing your money into the stock market or anywhere else. The stock market grows by an average of 10% a year. Your credit card debt is costing you 18 to 25% a year, which means if you take that extra money and you pay off your credit card debt, you're going to get a guaranteed 18, 19, 20, 25% return on your money versus when you put it in the stock market, you're hoping for 10%. So take that money, get the guaranteed return, pay off the credit card debt first. Once you pay off the credit card debt, now let's talk about how you actually invest that money to grow this $100 into a whole lot more. There are 2 broad categories of ways that you can invest that $100. You can start by investing this money to generate more income. That way, you have more money to invest. Or you can take this $100 and actually start investing it for growth. This is what we talked about in the beginning of the video, which is something like investing your money into the markets. By the way, If you are an investor or want to become an investor, I want to remind you that I have a brand new free investing masterclass where I'll walk you through how you can get started as an investor and find hidden investment opportunities before everybody else. And I'll show you the exact system that my firm and I use to research investment opportunities before they hit the headlines. It's a completely free masterclass. There's a ton of value in there. And when you register for the masterclass, you're also going to get access to Market Briefs, which is my newsletter for investors, for free as a bonus just for registering. So if you want to get the masterclass and Market Briefs all for free, all you have to do is click the link down in the description below. Let's start by talking about how do you invest this $100 to generate more income? Because the reality is, investing is taking your extra money and throwing it into something that way it can grow. The more money you have to throw into your investments, the wealthier that you can become. And $100, yeah, it's a great start. But if you really want to build more wealth, it's more helpful when you have more money to invest. What I used to tell people who didn't have a ton of money to invest but wanted to increase their income was to go out and read as many business books and investing books as possible. But now, if you just have $100, that's still a great strategy. And I'll talk about what types of books you want to read in just a second. But what's even more powerful today is not to take this money and throw it into a Netflix subscription, but to take that money and go out and buy yourself a premium version of ChatGPT and Claude. ChatGPT and Claude are two of the biggest AI tools out there. And when you pay for the premium subscriptions, not only do you get access to more tools, but you get access to more data. You can ask more questions and do more stuff. So if your goal is to create more income, you better be smart with AI because this has some of the biggest and fastest growing opportunities that our economy has ever seen. And so many people are still behind. And it doesn't cost a lot of money to upgrade your subscription on these AI tools. So let's put this into action so you can see how you can generate more income by investing in AI tools. If you were to upgrade your ChatGPT subscription, it's not going to cost you hundreds of dollars or $100. It's going to cost you tens of dollars a month. Now, when you do that, you're going to get access to more tools. For example, at the time of recording this video, you will get access to something called ChatGPT agents. What is a ChatGPT agent? Well, it is a tool that can do work for you on the internet. It's a new feature where this agent will go out and crawl websites, fill out forms for you, use APIs, and build code for you while you're doing something else. The reason why this is so powerful is because it's almost like you can build an army of virtual assistants that can do whatever you need it to do at a fraction of the price and much faster. Now that you have access to the tools, you have to figure out how to actually monetize it. So you come up with a business idea. Let's say you want to come up with a window cleaning business. You want to clean people's windows. Now, what you can do is you go to this agent and you say, give me a list of 50 commercial businesses in my city, in Detroit, in Baltimore, in Miami, wherever, that are likely to have dirty windows. Give me the business name, then find me the decision makers in this business that are actually going to decide if they're going to pay for window washing or not. Give me their first name, give me the email address, give me their phone number, then organize it for me, and then draft me a custom email to send to each one of these businesses. This might take somebody 5 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours to do. This AI agent can do it for you in 10 minutes. Now, what you can do with your time is actually contact these business owners and try to secure business. If each deal is worth $500 and you can close one deal a week, that's $2,000 worth of business that you just closed off of less than a $100 investment to get this tool. I don't care what the business is. Whether you're window washing, car detailing, building some tool on the internet, or you're a freelancer, understand how you can use AI. That way you can create more income. It costs you less than $100 to use it for a month. Use it, spend time on it, play with it, break it, and see how you can amplify what you're doing to grow your business. And if you don't know what to do, here's what you do. You go and ask the AI tool, what should I be asking you? How can I use you to increase my income? That way, you have a way to turn this $100 into $1,000, $10,000, $100,000, or something more. That way, you have more money to actually invest in growth. So if you only have $100 to invest and you've already established the base, start by understanding how to use AI. Then what I want you to do is go back to what I was talking about just a minute ago and start reading books, because there's a ton of value in books that you're really not going to get directly out of an AI, yet that can help you scale your income even more and build real wealth. What kind of books should you be reading? Well, it depends on what stage you are on your financial journey. And I will lay out the 7 types of books that I would recommend you start reading in this order. Number 1 is personal development books. A lot of times people overlook these, but if you don't have a good grasp on how to have a growth mindset, a positive mindset, a success mindset, you have to start here. This is one of the most powerful things that you can do, and it will lay the foundation for anything you want to do. Number 2 are books about money management. Learn how to organize your money the right way, how to spend less money, how to organize your money. Number 3 are books on investing, whether stock market investing, real estate investing, investing in startups, crypto investing, gold investing, investing in whatever you want to do. Learn how to do that, how to grow your wealth. Number 4 are books on how to grow in your career. If you have a job, I don't care what type of career you're in, learn how to advance in your career. Spend some money learning how to do that. Number 5, learn how to scale a business. Even if you're working a job, this is one of the most powerful things that you can do. If you understand how you drive revenue for your business and how you can drive more revenue for your business, it's going to help you excel in your career and get more promotions that other people are not getting. If you have a business, learn how to scale a business. This is so important. Number 6 are books on leadership. Learn how to be a good leader. And number 7 are people's biographies. Find successful people that you admire and read their biographies. It is going to be extremely inspiring, and you will learn so many things, not just about somebody's life, but about success, motivation, and the different things people have done to reach the level of success that they have. So you have an extra $100. You've laid your foundation, meaning you have at least a couple $1,000s saved in an emergency savings account, and you don't have any more credit card debt. Now, we talked about how you increase your income by using AI, by learning how to grow some sort of business idea using AI tools, the more advanced ones to help you get more clients, get more business, and grow more income. When you have that more income, now let's talk about how you actually grow this money. And this is where you're going to be investing your money more passively. Now, this is where I want to be very careful with how I use my words, because there's a different type of passive when it comes to investing. There are active investors and passive investors. Both of these investors are passive compared to building a business. But when we talk about investing your money, active investing is when you actively manage your portfolio. Passive investing is when you invest your money into a fund. So let's break this down. The reality is you don't need a ton of money to start if you want to become wealthy. If you have $4 a day, that's about $100 a month, you can retire a millionaire assuming you have enough time. If you invest $100 a month consistently for 45 years and you just get the return of the markets, which historically the stock market has grown by more than 10% a year, but let's just say 10%, you're going to retire with over $1 million in your account. If you want more wealth, either invest more money, invest for more time, or work to get better returns. TRM, time, return, money. These are the three factors that determine how much wealth you build. Small changes in return can add up to millions of dollars over time. If you can get 13% instead of 10%, you don't retire with $1 million. You retire with around $2.8 million. Now, what should you not do? Don't trade stocks. Trading is gambling. Most people lose money. The goal is to build wealth. You need to be an investor, not a trader. Mistake number 2 is waiting until you have enough money to start investing. Mistake number 3 is blindly throwing your money into whatever is on CNBC or Reddit or whatever your friends are talking about. If you're a passive investor, you can invest in funds like VTI, SPY, or QQQ. These give you exposure to the broad market. If the market goes up, these funds go up. If the market goes down, these funds go down. The way you win is always be buying. Set up automatic investing every week, every 2 weeks, or every month. Active investing is the Warren Buffett strategy. You research individual companies, look for undervalued businesses, and invest long-term. More work, more risk, more potential return. So it's not about investing $100 one time, it's about starting with $100, then investing another $100 next month, then another $100 after that. This is a proven strategy to retire a millionaire, even if you're just doing the basics. If you want more or want to get there faster, you need more time, better returns, or more money. So if you have an extra $100, here's what you do. Save your first $2,000. Pay off your credit card debt. Learn how to use AI to increase your income. Take the extra money and invest it consistently. Choose passive or active investing. Focus on TRM, time, return, money. You don't need a lot of money to start, but you do